I've been waiting for this moment for 2 years, and now it's a culmination. Let's get into it. Now, I know that this sneaker is going to blow some of you guys away. It is very, very anticipated for the last few years. It's been teased by Kanye himself, and every single time we had been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and finally it started happening in the first half of this year, back in March in the All-Star game. So some of you guys with those little hints and cues would have already gotten it. But for those of you who have not, let's look at the sneaker. And here we go. It's a bit heavy. Just be a little careful, obviously, with the knife cutter. And here we go. Let's open these. Bit anxious over here, so looking good, looking very good. I think we can take these out and here we go. Box, we place it over here. Yeezy standard box, boost on the side, QNTM Quantum. Yep, here we go. And here we have it, the Yeezy Quantum Barium. Pull the other one. I hope you guys can see him from over there. Otherwise, I'll do a very close shot. Here on the side, the back heel, your gums at the bottom, outsoles. Okay. First of all, I can sense that the shoe has very good quality. From the front, we can see that you have these two pretty interesting fangs that just dive into the upper of the toe box. I would describe the ankle area being this type of neoprene, and it pretty much has not cutouts over here, but you have the silhouette, or say they very closely hug your ankle on both sides. The medial side is extremely organic, and it's a combination of this rubberized material, which forms this wavy pattern here. In hand, guys, I have to say that on the pictures, it looks a lot more green. But I gotta say that it's more like a sand, light brown color, and not so much green, which in actuality is actually better for me. I like it being more, not so much on the green side, but more on the brownish slash grayish side of things. So as we move down to the midsole, it's a very white midsole with a translucent view, you can see the full length boost that it has in the midsole. And the outsole, when we look at the outsole over here, and maybe I'll just place this one over here, is a very milky, off-whitish type of color. You see the peekaboo boost on the back heel, and it has this very texturized tread pattern in the outsole, which I guess it definitely is going to give you some grip, either to play ball, play some hoops. So this is a beautiful sneaker. This is a very beautiful sneaker, I have to say. And in a way, it's not a full high top, I would say, because it has on the back side, it has this dip over here where it pretty much just dives into your Achilles heel in the back. Now, some of the very, very interesting features about this shoe is that the medial side, when you hit it with a flashlight, it actually has reflective 3M. And it also has 3M in this whole back part of the heel, which is just awesome in my view. I just really like the whole shoe. It's extremely futuristic and very organic, as Yeezy has accustomed us in the last few years. So I gotta say that I'm very, very pleased with it. Absolutely no regrets. This is a pair that I am completely keeping for personal, no questions asked. I guess I just need to find a situation where I can use them in this lockdown period that we're in. But I gotta say, it's very nice materials. And the insole, let me just check out the insole, guys. Yep, here it comes out. So let me just show you the insoles. The insoles are all black, and the Yeezy branding and the Adidas branding on the heel are in light gray color. So these are not ortholite insoles like some of the 500s, etc. And but still, it's a good average insole. I like it, and I mean, you can't say that much about an insole. An insole is an insole, guys. So let's not get too technical about that. So let me just pop these back in there. Yeah, so that was not bad at all. What can we say about, let me just place these on the side over here. So what can we talk about, what can we say about the bariums? As many of you guys know, it's a chemical element, and Yeezy at the beginning when he started with his shoe lines, he started giving us random names, but then as his shoe line developed and just progressed more and more, we started getting more names related to elements. We have the geodes, we have a whole host of different names for Yeezys. And in the third and current stage of the evolution of Yeezy brand line, especially with shoes, we can see how he's moved towards biblical and Christian type of names, like Zions, like Azriels or Israels, depending on how you call them. I don't speak Hebrew. We also had the 700 V3 Alvas, which I also have a review for, and you guys can check it out in my channel. I'll just show you a little bit of a comparison with it. So here we have it. These do not have boost. These have an EVA foam, as you guys may recall. Whereas these bangers over here, they do have full length boost, which makes them a lot more comfortable than the Alvas. And when we look at these over here, we can see that, as I was saying, that the pattern and the tread in the bottom, in the outsole, is very different. Another very interesting difference that we can see with both is the toe cap. In the Alvas, you have more of a rubberized toe cap, whereas the Yeezy Quantums is a nubuck or type of suede, which I actually like better. Although I recognize that the Alvas is going to be harder to get dirty and all that. So, and then I guess that the best part that I love about these sneakers in the new, let's say, evolution of Yeezy are these very futuristic side panels that it has, and it has these types of cagings on the side, which are made out of a rubberized material. I think that it gives it a very, very futuristic look, a very organic look, a very fresh and unique look. This is not something very easy to replicate. So I think that this is really, really cool. We have a ton of 3M. If we talk about pricing, the Bariums came out at $250, and in Europe, obviously 250 euros. So they're not, let's say, priced at a very high point, but they're also not the cheapest either. Compared to the Quantums, to the just regular Quantums, the non-barium ones, this caging is not present in the Quantums. The caging is more swirled in the prime knit. It's woven into the prime knit. So, you know, it depends what you like or what you don't like, but we have to remember that the Quantums, when they came out, that first run that was extremely limited, it only was produced up to size US 12. So, as you know, I'm definitely not a 12. When it comes to sizing, something interesting happened, and that's the fact that Adidas would recommend your true to size. I personally, just because my foot is not the narrowest one, I decided just to go with a half a size up, just same thing as in my traditional Yeezy 350 V2. So it's up to you. When we talk about lacing, you can see that the laces are very, very similar, if not the same. Actually, they're the same as the Yeezy 700 V3s, the Alvas, which I like them very, very much. They look very well made, and they have these rubberized or like more firmer tips. And then they're pretty much like rope laces. So I'm interested in hearing what you guys have to say about this. As you can see, I'm in love with these shoes. They're definitely staying with me forever. And I have to say that these look very well made. The quality has been improved. In fact, I think that they're improved versus the original Quantums that were dropped back in the NBA All-Star Weekend game. I'm looking forward to more colorways. I think that there was that Fortune video that was showing a whole host of samples from Yeezy, so we knew that this shoe was coming from a while back, but we also had an opportunity, a little glimpse into different colors. These dropped in a full family run, so you had grade school and babies, I think, as well. So you had an option for the whole family, which is another trend that you can see with the Yeezy line, which I welcome it a lot. So thanks a lot, guys, for joining me today with this review of the Yeezy Quantum Bariums. I really appreciate every single one of you. Please remember to like this video if you found it valuable, and to hit the notification button. Also importantly, please hit that subscribe button so we can grow the family. As always, you guys know it better than I do. Always fresh, never stress. So maybe you guys can see them over here. Everybody, be very, very careful with these cardboard.
Everybody be very careful